It is the Mike Show. It's the Tuesday edition. That means Megan Huffman joins us from SHARE Greater Lynchburg and the Greater Lynchburg Community Foundation each and every Tuesday. Hi.
Hello.
Today's no exception. She brings us a guest from the nonprofit world. Who did you bring today?
Yes, I am delighted to have Stephanie Reed here, Executive Director of the Boys and Girls Club of Greater Lynchburg.
Hey, Stephanie.
And
Hello.
We've been welcoming the finalists from our Youth Philanthropy Council.
That's right.
Grants. They're the top 10 finalists each week, just to hear about what they're up to, what they applied for, and some of the needs that they have. And so I know Boys and Girls Club has been here in the past talking about some of their events, and back again to talk about summer, because it's a big time of need and a time when our community can come around and support the students and the youth that are engaging with the club this summer.
Absolutely.
So
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much for joining us and taking time today. Stephanie, tell us about Boys and Girls Club in generalities, so that, folks that might not be familiar with what it does can get up to speed, and then we'll talk about some upcoming events.
Well, thank you.
Absolutely.
So the Boys and Girls Club of Greater Lynchburg has been here for about 20 years in our building over off of 11th and Madison, and we serve children every single day during the school year. After school, we're an after-school program. And the history of the Boys and Girls Club of America was they were originally founded over 100 years ago to provide safe after-school care for children, primarily at that time, from under-resourced and underprivileged homes. And it's grown into, obviously, we have over 3,000 clubs nationwide. Wow. And while we serve children from any type of economic background, we really try to focus on making sure that children who are from under-resourced households have access to high-quality after-school care. And then we also provide summer camp during the summer. And again, really focusing on making sure that the children who, have a safe place to be after school, have supportive environment where we can provide academic support and literacy is my platform. So we make sure that they're doing, reading after school. They have snack and they get fed, because again, a lot of the kids that are from under-resourced homes, a lot of the times have food insecurity issues. Mm-hmm. And then we provide them with good mentoring opportunities and helping to hopefully provide and expose them to what their future can look like, whether after high school. We have a 100% graduation rate for our children that stay with us through high school.
Wow.
And so we really try to work on a workforce development program that exposes them to what post-high school can look like, and bringing in speakers. And so we really focus on those types of things. And the Boys and Girls Club of America has programming that we have in place to give them, fun learning opportunities, but also sports programs. And then during our summer camp, we really want our kids to have a true summer camp experience, and not just it's not a daycare environment. It's really camp where we take them on field trips. We get them swim lessons and make them really truly feel loved and valued.
That is tremendous.
That's amazing.
About how many kids do you serve in any given period of time, whether that be the after school or whether that be the summer camps?
So right now our membership for after school is 80.
Okay.
And we're capping our summer camp at 60, and that's really just because of how many staff we have on site. And really, when you're doing field trips through the summer and traveling with these kiddos around the city, that can be challenging when you have a lot of children to do that with.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Well, you have some upcoming events. Tell us about those.
We do. So on August 3rd, we do have a golf tournament coming up. It's the Hill City Howlers Golf Tournament over at the London Down Golf Course. And that ends up being it's a great event for us every single year, super fun. And so that will be our next fundraiser. And then, of course, I just mentioned our summer camp, which launches on June 15th. And that runs through, August 7th. Right before school starts. And so we have a lot of great things planned for the kids. And we're always looking for volunteers. Okay. So, because we lose a lot of our college volunteers that we have throughout the year. We have work study kids that come from some of the colleges and universities, and kids that do volunteer hours from the colleges through the year. And they go home, just this last week, we lost a lot of them to graduations and just leaving for the summer. And so our summertime, we get really low on volunteers. So anybody that's interested in volunteering, volunteering for our summer camp, we would love to have you. That helps us again with things like field trips and just having hands-on people that the kids could have around to help with different things. And that's a really fun time for us too. So
could you speak to what was required to be a volunteer? Like what kind of, I assume there's a background check process and
Right.
interview or anything like that. Like how easy is it to stop by and volunteer in the summer?
So if you go online, you can always, which obviously you can access our website through the SHARE page. And then we do run a background check. You do have to be 18 or older to volunteer.
Okay.
We do just a 2-hour online training, which is very easy just to run through sexual abuse prevention and child abuse prevention and mandated reporting training for all volunteers, which is very easy to get through. And then, and that's it. And you can come volunteer for as little or as much time as you have available in your day and your week.
What if you're immature like Bill and I?
Even better, because our kids are ages 6 to 14. So
Okay,
that you
perfect.
fit right in.
You'd relate perfectly.
It's great. Yes.
Fantastic.
Yes.
That'll be great.
How'd you drag me into it?
Well,
Anyway.
because you're here and
Yeah.
and we haven't heard from you.
All right.
Getting back to the golf tournament real quick, can you? Is there still availabilities to register for that?
There is.
Sign up
We
for that?
haven't even opened up the registration
good,
yet.
good.
So that'll
Okay.
once you'll see
All right.
when that once you go on our website, you'll see when that kicks off the registration.
And what's the connection with Hill City Howlers? And
They're
why is
just
it
our
called
main
that?
sponsor.
Oh, they're the main sponsor.
Yes.
Great, great. That's good.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
And for summer camp, and for all the programs, is there ever a cost to the families?
So we again really try to make everything low or no cost. So for membership to be even for our after school program through the year, it's only $40 for a child for an entire year.
Oh, wow.
Or
A
60
year.
for a year.
Wow.
Or $60 for a family with 2 or more children from the same household.
Okay.
Because we really just don't want anybody to ever feel like they can't have childcare.
Right.
And even though we're not a daycare center at all, and we are an after-school program, a lot of families do use us as a child care option.
Yeah.
But we want them to get in the door and not have any reason that they feel like they can't. So we
Yeah.
want cost to never be an issue. And believe it or not, there are families that cannot even afford that $40 or $60.
I believe it.
And so if that is an issue, we do waive it for them. And so for summer camp, it's the same thing. It's $40 for one child or $60 for a household of 2 or more. And so we want everybody to have a chance to walk in the door and know that they're cared for and not have any family, because we have a lot of children who are from single parent households. We have a lot of children who are being raised by someone who's not their biological
Grandparents,
parent,
a lot of
correct?
times.
And we just don't want that strain to be
Yeah.
a burden on them.
So during the school year, I know buses come by and drop kids off
Right.
after school. In the summer, is there help with transportation?
So no, that is another. That becomes an issue during the summertime because transportation is one of the many barriers that families that are from local resource families have. So our membership does change a little bit over the summer because of that.
Yeah.
We try to encourage families that live near each other to maybe carpool if you know someone that falls into that category, or if our kids live in walking distance, we try to get them to do that. We have some neighborhood like apartment complexes that are nearby.
Yeah.
We try to encourage that
Yeah,
if you
sure.
can. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Absolutely. Well, you can learn more about all these programs and volunteer opportunities. I have the youth volunteer program volunteer page up on this broadcast on Facebook Live, and we'll link up everything. If you go to sharegreaterlynchburg.org, you just type in Boys and Girls Club. You'll learn everything about the organization. There's a click through to your webpage and your social media as well. And we'll link all that up that folks can learn about the organization, learn about volunteer opportunities. Do you need donations of anything, cash or otherwise?
We do, yes. Well, obviously, every nonprofit's going to say yes. We always are looking for donations, financial donations, because we only run off of donations. So anybody that wants to donate can go to our page. Again, there's options. We really are looking to encourage people to become monthly givers. We're really trying to grow that, because that can be a really easy way to give and kind of be thoughtless. You put it as auto pay. You can give $10. If you give $10 a month, you can support 3 children a year to be members.
Wow.
If you if you give $20 a month, we can do the math because it's $40 for one child. So really, becoming a monthly giver is the greatest way to do it.
That's right.
One-time gifts obviously are great too, but snacks are something we really would encourage encourage. If you want to run by Sam's Club and drop off a box or two of animal crackers or chips or whatever, because we do really try to focus on making sure our kiddos are fed every single day. Because again, not all of our children come from homes that are low resource, but there is a good chunk of them. And so we want to make sure, again, my mama's heart is always like, make sure a child has a full tummy. Because if they do go home to a house that does not have a stocked cabinet or pantry or refrigerator, and a lot of them rely on the free and reduced lunches at the schools, we want to make sure that they have something in their tummy when they leave.
That's great.
Absolutely.
Good.
Again, you can learn more at sharegreaterlynchburg.org. Just search Boys and Girls Club. Speaking of Share Greater Lynchburg and the Greater Lynchburg Community Foundation, how are things going?
Great. Yeah, we had a great lunch and learn last Wednesday at Riverview's Art Space. About 15 nonprofit leaders came together for a tour and to hear about things going on there. It was great turnout. And our mentorship program for board development happened. We had a next iteration of that program last week where we trained 20 young professionals for board development, and we're walking alongside them with more experienced mentors who are going to help place them onto boards by the end of the year. So we have 20 new great young professionals joining the program. In the world of looking forward, we have the Nonprofit Summit coming up on July 29th. We typically have about 150 nonprofit leaders come together at the Lynchburg Regional Business Alliance, and it's a great day of learning. We're working on speakers and sponsors and all of that right now. So if anyone wants to get involved in that wonderful day of growth, it's a really great connection day for nonprofit leaders. At the Greater Lynchburg Community Foundation, we're in scholarship season, so we're going to all the local high schools in the region and distributing the scholarships that come out of the 60 different funds that have been set up to support scholars in the region. That's everything from nursing to career and technical education to dentistry, to 4 and 2 year degreed schools. So that's really fun to be able to go out to all these scholarship programs and award students who have worked so hard with these funds that have been donated generously by our community. In June, we'll be hearing about who the winner of the Century Fund is, as well as all the spring grants. So we're in a great time of distributing the money that so generously has been donated to the foundation.
That was one of my favorite parts of that job, was going to those assemblies and getting to hand out the
I got to go to Heritage in
blast.
Rustburg last year, and I'm just making a fool of myself, crying on the basketball court, with all these children are mine. But it's really uplifting, and the parents are so proud. It's really sweet. But what a wonderful time of year to celebrate so many graduations in the region.
Definitely.
Well, if you'd like to learn more about the Greater Lynchburg Community Foundation, visit lynchburgfoundation.org. Learn about the foundation, learn about grants, learn about the scholarship opportunities, and volunteer opportunities as well. You can go to Share Greater Lynchburg for that. So, guys, did we solve all the world's problems today?
We tried.
We tried. I think
We're getting there.
We started.
All right. Well,
good effort.
This is a good thing. We're off to a good start.
Yeah.
All right. Each and every Tuesday, Megan joins us, and we really, really appreciate all the efforts that you guys do within the nonprofit world. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thanks for having us.
Coming up a little bit later on, we have your audio vault. Stay tuned for that.